Hello everyone, this is Ted Czech. This is my video application for a spot on the roster for the TEDx talk in Reisterstown, Maryland. As you can see from this photo, I recently delivered a news briefing to the media. This is my current job. I'm a public information officer for a county in Pennsylvania. Prior to that, I spent 25 years as a newspaper reporter covering mainly crime and emergency news. And towards the latter half of my career in journalism, I noticed that there were a number of things that were going on, a number of changes that had been made in the practice of journalism that had angered the public. And the public had, in turn, taken their time and their money and they had headed elsewhere. Where did they go? They went to independent and citizen journalists. And that continues today, even more so than a few years ago. I don't even know if we've hit the peak yet on that, but the fallout from that is that mainstream media is hemorrhaging viewers and readers, and therefore they're losing tons of money. And you can see that manifested in the fact that they've had to lay a number of people off. A lot of the mainstream media outlets have done that and continue to do that. So for the past couple years, since I left journalism, I have conducted some research as to why this phenomenon was occurring. And I've come to the realization that here, right now, we are experiencing a cataclysmic situation, a seismic shift, if you will, in the way that the news is being delivered and the way that people are consuming the news. And so we're also seeing the mainstream media respond to that, because they have in turn changed the way that they are gathering and disseminating the news in reaction to the fact that they are losing so much money. I mean, money is the motivator, the great motivator of all, right? And so that is what my talk centers on, is why this phenomenon is occurring, how it is occurring, and then finally, how can people navigate through this? Because this is such an interesting time to be alive and to be a consumer of news, but also it may be a very confusing time for some people, because we have endured this loss of innocence. We're no longer in the era of Walter Cronkite, America's grandpa, where we believed every single word that came out of his mouth. That is dead and gone, that era. And we've entered a new era where we are very discerning. We're using our critical thinking, and we're not believing everything we see and hear. So how do we get through? How do we wade through all of the soup, the media soup that's out there? Well, I hope to provide a little clarity in that regard as well. So that's something that people can take away from this talk. So I would really appreciate the opportunity to get this out there and to be at the TEDx talk in Reisterstown. Thank you.